Hey family, Dad here. Hope you're having a great day. On this video, I just wanted to talk about I owe $4,000 to the IRS. So how did this happen? Well, I guess the biggest thing is I didn't take out enough taxes. During the 2024 year, I worked 2 jobs. So I got laid off at the end of May and then started a new job at the beginning of June. So there's really no job gap during 2024. But one thing as well, my income increased significantly because I did get a severance payout from the job I got laid off in May 2024. I got roughly, I think, about 10 weeks of severance. So it was a good chunk of change. It really boosted my income for 2024. Now, I could have reduced my tax burden, for 2024. I could have contributed more to a pre-tax 401k. I could have, contribute a lot more to my HSA, but that was just not the case for 2024. I did contribute to a Roth 401k up to the company match. And then HSA, I just did very little. I think I did, I don't remember, total was like maybe $4,000, $5,000 toward an HSA. So definitely not the max limit. I think it was like roughly around $8,000 for 2024. So a combination of that plus making, significantly more income than I thought I would be with the 2 jobs and plus severance, definitely did not take enough taxes out. I guess it's a nice problem to have because I did save significantly into a high yield savings account, a brokerage account, because I still have a kid that's going to private school in Oregon. So I do have a couple more semesters of tuition that I'll have to pay on that. Now, when I started doing my taxes through TurboTax, I did roughly, I think I owed, from what I saw, was about $3,000. I didn't finalize anything. I just wanted another set of eyes on this. So I actually got my girlfriend's uncle, who he's a retired tax accountant, to kind of take a look at it. And he did a little more of a deep dive, asked a little more specific questions. I've always done my taxes on TurboTax or, those online kind of tax return sites. Just having someone a little more experienced kind of helped me just to make sure if I'm checking all the boxes, crossing my T's, dotting my I's, because the last thing I want to do is owe money to the IRS. So as I said, with TurboTax, it looked like I owe around $3,000, but after having my girlfriend's uncle went through it, did a little deeper dive onto it, I owe roughly about $4,000. $4,100, I think, was the total amount that I owed to the IRS. So once I got the final note there, I just, went ahead and paid for it out of my emergency fund. And again, I've shared this before. I carry a 12-month emergency fund just to have that cushion for these unexpected emergencies. So I've said before, on a previous video, the emergencies that I had in the past for 2024. This is probably the first one in 2025. So for $4,100 tax bill that I owe. Now I'm definitely for 2025, I'm going to find ways to reduce my tax burden. One thing I've done with my new job that I just started this week is I'm maxing out on my HSA account. So hopefully that'll kind of reduce a little bit of tax burden. And then I'm going to, I filled out my W-4 at the beginning of my employment with this new company. I've asked that, I documented to take out an additional like $50 per pay period just to kind of soften the blow if there's taxes that I owe for 2025. So tell me your thoughts. Am I going at the right way as far as, maxing out my HSA? I could max out my pre-tax 401k, but I'm doing a good chunk on my Roth 401k. I just want the tax burden now so I don't have to pay taxes when I'm withdrawing those funds when I retire. So that's my view on it. I know other people have different views as far as, contributing to a pre-tax now or a Roth now versus, when you retire. But for me, doing the Roth 401k, I feel like is beneficial for me so I don't have to pay the taxes when I retire. But let me know your thoughts, comment, like, subscribe. I would definitely appreciate it. So that's all I got. I'll see you all at the next video.